Today, we're going to be talking about non-toxic swaps that we have made in both our homes.
We're building towards owning a homestead one day while working full-time. This channel documents everything we're learning along the way. If we're serious about building a self-sufficient life, our systems need to improve. So today, we're going to show you the swaps we've made to reduce toxins in our life.
Joe has started this quite a while ago. I'm a little bit more recent, so I've done a few less swaps than her. So the first thing I did is I bought a new water bottle. I used to have a plastic one. This one is stainless steel. I'm really happy with it. It's also a lot bigger, so I drink a lot more water. One negative thing about this one is because it is bigger, is that it doesn't fit in my cup holder in my car. So if you have any suggestions on like a stainless steel one that would fit in your car, let me know. I have tried a Stanley in my car, but I find it's too big and heavy and awkward for me to drink while I'm driving. Yeah. One of the things that I keep in my bedroom, is a diffuser. I switched from using candles to diffusers a few months ago already, but I really enjoy using them. And I bought some essential oils just off of Amazon, and I'm kind of learning about the different types of oils and when to use them. So, lavender is good for in the evening, and rainforest helps with pain smells, and citrus is good for when you need like some energy. I'm still learning a lot of it. I don't know a bunch, but I do find it unique. I do find it helpful, and I always like using them. So next we're going to move on to the kitchen. I swapped out my kettle. My old kettle was made out of plastic, and it really bothered me having boiling water in a plastic kettle. So as soon as I was able to do so, I swapped out my kettle for the stainless steel one. And it brings a lot of comfort knowing that I have this one now. I also swapped out my cutting boards for this wooden one. I have two of these. One is for meats, and then the other one is for fruits and vegetables. So that's been good. This swap I implemented today. I ran out of dishwashing tabs, and I've been wanting to switch to something a little bit better. So I bought this stuff just the other day, and my first load of dishwasher should be done soon. And this means, so I just feel a little bit better about using this rather than the other store-bought stuff. I would like to make my own at some point. For convenience and timing, I figured I'm just going to purchase this. My Instant Pot is something that I really like using. I've had it for about 6 years already. I use it for almost every meal. I also make yogurt with it. A lot of meats are cooked in here. My rice cooks in here. I buy the wild rice that takes like 40 minutes usually. In the Instant Pot, it takes 10. So I love this Instant Pot. I highly recommend it. You can cook so much in it. And it's stainless steel pot. Yeah, it's great. I started using real herbs this past summer when I had a garden. So that was great. But then when winter hit and all the herbs passed away, when there were no more fresh herbs, I kind of struggled a bit because I don't really like using the dried herbs. I've been using them for years, so I was like, I can continue to use them, but there was no fresh ones. You can taste the quality difference. So I was like, two things that I could do is change up my garlic and my ginger. So I did. So I buy garlic now that have the roots on there. That I find helps, as well as buying real ginger. I'd love to grow this myself as well. That would be great to give that a try if I can. But this has been amazing. And there's a huge difference between growing ginger, or like real ginger, using a real ginger, or using the powder. And even the quantity that you need in it is very, very different. I learned that one the hard way. But this is what ginger looks like. It's really cool. I also have my cast iron pan. And in this household, we use extra virgin olive oil for our stuff. I did learn not too long ago that you shouldn't be baking with olive oil. you should be using a high heat oil such as avocado oil or coconut oil. So that's probably a swap I'll be making next week when I do my grocery run. I'll pick some of that up because that's a very easy swap for me to do. So one swap that I made as well was that I switched from using tea that are in the bags to loose leaf tea. This has been great. Just buying this in a canister. And then I use a French press. I think I just put some in this French press with some boiling water. It works amazing. I use this pretty much all the time. It's well used in this house. So that's been great. I also have a kettle that I can use with as well when I have a lot of people that want some tea. So I've slowly been going through all my tea collections. I even just started the ones that are in bags, just cut them open, throw it in the French press, and I use it that way to kind of use up the teas. So that's, yeah, been that. I have a couple more things to show you over here. So I only have a couple things to show you in here. First, I want to show you these. These are wool dryer balls, and I highly recommend getting them. I was very opposed to it for many years, and once I got them, I realized they help a lot. I really, really like them. You can actually put essential oils on this too if you want to make your clothes smell good. I personally have never done it, but I don't see why you can't. I've read online that you can. But yeah, usually I throw about 3 of these balls in my dryer, and it works really well. It definitely helps soften things, so I do that instead of using any dryer sheets. And then I also have my drying rack. So I actually don't use my dryer too often. In the summertime, all my clothes go on drying racks and easy to hang it outside. In the wintertime, I do use my dryer for towels, old clothes, bedding, those kind of things. But all my good clothes, they always go on drying racks. And I just put it in my living room because it also helps with the humidity in the house. So that's what I've been doing for a very long time. You can see this one is well used. I just upgraded the other one that was also broken. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to show you were the plants that I have in my house. I have this garden plant or a snake plant that I keep in my bedroom just to help purify the air in there. Um, yeah, I really like having it, as well as this plant that's right by the front door. It actually needs to go by the sunlight again, so I'll be moving it pretty soon. But I try to keep plants in my house. I don't have the greatest green thumb when it comes to indoor plants, but I am trying. I'm learning. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I have in my house. Let's head over to Joe's place and see what swap she has made at her house. Okay, so do you mind showing us all the non-toxic swaps that you've made into your house?
Sure, we can do that.
Okay, let's go around.
So like one of the major things that we've done to swap is like having better food. So less processed foods and more foods like meat, things that we've grown in the garden, which I'd show you, but it's so much snow out.
Yeah.
And like more veggies, fruits, and even with the cats, we've done that too. So we've done we buy better quality cat food for them, and so it's usually canned food with like more protein or some freeze dried food for them. And along with cooking, we've swapped to cast iron pans, so we get our iron in.
So are you on the carnivore diet then?
Yeah, like a dirty carnivore diet, so we'll have fruits and veggies in there.
Okay.
But it's been good.
Yeah.
Lots of eggs. And so then we've also swapped like a few years ago from using canola oil to like avocado or olive oil and or coconut oil. And then what else? We still have a microwave. We still use it, but we don't cover our food anymore in the microwave with like a plastic lid or anything. So if it explodes, we just clean it up after. And so we'll use a lot of like glass bowls instead of plastic. So to put our food in. And so I have a few plastic things still, but we're slowly working our way to getting rid of that. If we have like a bunch of leftovers, we'll use like some of these bigger bowls with lids or like a casserole dish with a lid. We've also swapped tea bags for like tea strainers and loose leaf tea, so you get better quality tea out of that usually.
I can vouch she has an excellent tea collection.
Yeah. And Elle's blocking the path here. But in this drawer, we've got, I use Nellie's dishwasher detergent and also use that for the same brand for my laundry. So it's a little bit more natural, fewer ingredients. Same with swapping Dawn for Castile soap. This one's been like the last couple months change, so I'm still trying to figure out which one I like best for type of soap to use for dishwasher.
Okay.
So that's still a work in progress, but I like using the more natural, especially the cats are using the plates and they're ingesting things and we're ingesting things. So yeah, and of course I think one of the first swaps we did was a wood cutting board. So we've gotten rid of our plastic ones, and my husband uses this big, massive one for cutting up beef. But then, of course, we've got smaller ones. Yeah, I think that's for the kitchen. We can head into the bathroom.
Sure. Follow the cat.
Capri, you kind of help us. So one of the things I've got my husband on board with is switching to more natural shampoo and conditioner. So I use like a bar conditioner and shampoo. So it's more environmentally friendly too because there's less impact, less packaging, and there's a lot fewer ingredients in those too. My husband likes this like Avita brand. I think there's still a lot of other things in there, but most of the ingredients you can read on the back, which is good. And for toothpaste, we still tend to use our Colgate more. I've tried this Dr. Bronner's one. The first package I bought, I liked, and then for some reason the second one, I don't know if it's just different flavor. Like I don't mind the flavor, but it just kind of leaves like a grimy taste on your teeth. So I'm not sure about that one. Still looking. In terms of lotion, we kind of switching to using like castor oil or almond oil, or we've got tallow, and so we find that's more natural. It's only 1 to 2 ingredients in those, and use those in place of lotion or lip balm, and it makes our bathroom a lot cleaner too because we don't have as many different products. That it's pretty multi-purpose.
Yeah.
And then in our bedroom we've got cotton sheets, so that helps. And then like my mom made a nice cotton quilt for our bed. We do still have like a comforter on top that's probably not 100% cotton, but we're fairly close on that.
Yeah. Every day one step further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the only other thing I can think of at the moment is we switched cat litter a few years ago. And so we used to use a clay litter, and it was very dusty. And of course, they inhale that, I inhale that. And so now we use like a walnut litter, and so it still works good. They seem to not mind it, and so it's a lot less dusty, and it's made out of walnuts. So
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard of that before.
Yeah. One other thing that I just remembered is that I'm slowly swapping my wardrobe over, but it is a work in progress. So we're trying to get natural clothes like made out of cotton and linen, but me and Hannah have decided to sew our wardrobe, and so it's taking a lot longer. But also trying to the clothes that I have make sure that they wear out and they reach their useful life. So I'm not throwing things away that I haven't used to the full. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I had other things too, but I just can't think of them at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's awesome. You can always add a list at the end if you think of other stuff.
Sounds good. I use vinegar for cleaning the house. It's I like it because it's pet friendly. So I don't have to worry about the cats, and we use a lot of these reusable mason jars, especially for our water glasses. So we've got a different collection of them. Some are from like old pasta sauces, and some are from my grandma who used a lot from canning. So there's a little bit of a memory attached to them. And they replaced those plastic cups. And yeah.
But thank you for showing all of the non-toxic swaps you've made.
Yeah.
You've done a lot.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah.